gentlemen out there, welcome back to Twisted Koi and Newbro's Koi Farm. I was about to start drilling and cutting bits of wood, but Rick said, come on, we got some fish to go through. And he's already bagging fish before I can even get near the bowl.
Never. You should go last. So yeah, we've got to split these up. Lots of different ways today.
Why have we got to split these up lots of different ways today?
Going to lots of different ponds, places.
And explain for the viewers, these didn't come from this site, did they? They came from one of your other sites.
Yes, this is the mud pond we use. We put fry into. So, yeah, it's same principle. It's an isolated pond. And they get left to their own devices. So these are completely ungraded from when they went in there.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the weed was horrendous in there this year. So they haven't done as well as would have liked. But
there was some cracking Tosai in there, mate.
As we go through, we're trying to get, I think we pulled about 5,000 back out. So the size range, they should all be 5-inch, but they're ranging from sort of 2 to 6 inch.
And you say a lot of that is down to the amount of weed.
The weed, yeah. The weed was just a disaster in there. But, yeah.
You two ain't having that. Did you not see that?
I did, yeah, not for me today. I'll put yours, you can put yours in a bigger bar, get knocked off there.
But that is an absolutely beautiful.
We swap places, Dave.
Metallic
in there.
Yeah, metallic achiever. Oh yeah.
What are you actually looking for there, Rick? Full zippers?
No, not really. I mean, I want a few for a mud pond here. I need some to go back. We'll try growing some in that mud pond for a second year.
Yeah.
I think I'm going to do. I think we're going to do 2-year classes in the pond.
Yeah.
To try and. Yeah. It's a pond that it's a lovely pond, spring fed, completely isolated, and it will do 6,000 6-inch fish if we can get it right. But
just
not being there is a bit of a problem.
Having trouble getting on top of the weed.
Yes.
So what, you're looking for fish now to go into the mud pond here?
A few for the mud pond here. There'll be a few. I want to make a mix to go back. That will be going back there in a month's time.
Yeah.
And then we've got some stuff for orders. So I think I'll go.
And what is it you're mainly looking at when you're looking at the Shusui?
The Shusui's the scalation, light,
and that being the zip. Oh, Vader!
You're going to leave your hat lying around. It's going to get burrowed.
Give it, ta. Good girl. She's a bitch. Right, as you're saying, when you talk about good scalation, you're talking about the
so nice full line across the back, and for sails, you know, Benny in the fins, nice pattern up on the body, a clearish head. You know, that's not perfect, but that's absolutely adequate because these would be coming out as 10-inch fish and end up like as basically our standard grade stuff again. So there'll be nice examples at 10-inch that'll be going. Not for huge amounts of money, to be fair.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a nice Yakamatsuba there, like
the Deutsche Tackers. They are really nice.
Fish like that, nice.
There's another one in there, wasn't there?
Yeah, things you avoid, stuff like stray scales or black sumi markings. These little bits like this just completely ruin them as a big fish.
It just gets worse as they get bigger.
Yeah. So we get to a point like this. There's another half decent one there. It's a bit dirty looking. It's got a little bit of damage on it, so it won't go.
Morning, everyone.
So sort of get to that point.
So this is for the mud pond here.
Yeah, they want to be there was a similar size.
And these are for the mud pond.
The other way, yeah. I need
Going back
a
the other
lot
way.
more. I think I'm going to put 300 back
Yep.
into that mud pond. I only need a handful for this mud pond. So
will these be going in mud pond with other fish same size?
yeah, it's just to make a mix for us. So Shusui is always popular, and we tend to only do Shushuis in mud ponds. So this pond and one other pond on the farm is the only place we have Shushuis really.
Right.
So I need to.
Is there a reason for that?
Yeah, you fill up the water. There's a reason for everything, mate.
And that reason being?
Shusui have got, same as the Saga, they've got the natural ability to avoid predators very well.
Right.
They tend to sit. You put them in a pond, and they just live on the bottom almost. They're not like Chagoi or the Kahakas or whatever that will come up and just expose themselves to predators.
Right. Okay,
So they survive incredibly well.
Mm-hmm.
B, they do much better in clay ponds. They look so much nicer coming out of a clay pond than they do out of our liner ponds.
Yeah.
They don't need the same level. I mean, these are ungraded, and already I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 10 good Shusui keepers out of nearly 50% of that spawning is actually all right.
Mm-hmm.
That's unheard of any other spawning. You're just not going to get. You're just not going to get that, basically.
Cashy says Ricky's had his head sharpened.
I have, mate. Let me go faster. So what we'll do now is just start sorting out. We've got some for an order, so I need to make.
Where's your order, man?
They can all go into that one. Do a bit more on that one.
Ooh,
really pretty. But so where these are going, the king, so much wildlife.
Yeah.
That pretty little fish there, realistically, is going to get eaten by kingfisher the day it goes back. So, yeah. And as you can see, that's kingfisher mark on that fish there, where it's been
picked up and dropped.
Ooh.
Oh, you are a bitch, mate. Leave my hat alone. It's going to be one of them days.
She thinks it's a game, mate. You can hide it and she'll find it.
Everything that's left will then go.
I'll split on size and decide where
We're going to need a few more bowls then, aren't we?
we possibly are, mate.
She said, where's the hat gone?
So yeah, it's just a process of splitting down. But yeah, Shusui, the number of good Shushuis. Well, like I say, we did 30,000 Sankis out of that mud pond in the autumn, and I've not got one that I deem good enough to have kept yet. Out of a bowl of 10 Shushuis, we've already got whatever 20 Shushuis. We've got just different ball game, but they're not. These will only be worth up to a certain value and to a certain size. So yeah, slightly different. So I'm going to need. How are we going to do this then?
You're going to need another bowl, aren't you?
One bowl, wouldn't I?
See, I told you should put mine in the little one, and then he won't listen. Yep, love you too, Dino. I was actually still asleep when that went live. I apologise.
We're going to put.
Yeah, they pass me that net over. So.
If we put the bigger ones. The bigger large net, which can go into the bowl that's filling up there.
And the smaller ones into the bigger bowl.
Yes. That'll do for the bigger ones. You stick them into. That'll do. Hang on. Get some more of these out for them.
Right in there.
No, they got a bit of a. So they can all go.
They can all go to chop.
Into that one. Into that bowl there. There we go. We've got a rhythm. That's an empty bowl.
Yeah.
So now we've got a process. You've only got one in your bowl.
You've only got one in your bowl.
Woo!
Yeah. I do.
Fucking cockney coinets. Ooh. Hello.
It's not so good, Dave.
No.
Got one there that's a possible, but
Why are you saying it's only a possible?
I'd prefer to see more. The Benny doesn't come up on these.
It doesn't. What you say? It doesn't rise up.
It might get darker, but generally that is its pattern for life.
Yeah.
I'd like to see it a little bit higher, but it's such a nice shape. It can go for today. On first call.
Let's go into the Munger tunnel. Ooh, metallic Benigoi.
Yeah, I'm done there. So I'll start. Get your hands where if you want one.
So what was wrong with this?
It's just the scalation just stops too early on the shoulders.
But that red is absolutely lovely, though, isn't
It's
it?
lovely. This is why you've got your pond to play with fish and prove me wrong. He's not sure.
Little fish, that.
He is. He is sure.
Got some more water in that one, though.
Yes, please, in a minute, mate. So that's really, really pretty, but it's just a little bit short. It's the scale, the actual,
Yeah, the zipper.
everything else about it.
The nice clean head.
Pattern on this side makes it look a little bit unstraight.
Yeah.
That's the word. But I think the body line's actually really good. So that warrants growing on somewhere. Wait. Quite like that. It's quite clean. So these kajakus, that's actually quite a nice little kajaku.
Oh yeah.
Do a face pattern, but actually the body pattern's good. Fin, everything
Fin.
about that's actually quite good. They
Yeah.
just don't look good when they're small. Look at the crazy scales on that bad boy.
Yeah. Oh.
Ginrin scales.
It's
But you're hoping to get them Gimrin scales in the zipper this year, aren't you?
maybe. I'm going to try, mate.
Well, you've managed to do it with the Deutsche Achiever.
Of course, we'll do it. Right.
Is that a Ginrin Kiyosuri down there?
This.
No, the one below it, the smaller one. The Ginrin.
How's that his eye come out?
These
That is.
This one down here. One from that.
Yeah, from.
Well, that's 3 bowls and only 2 in your bowl, and 3 for the mud pond.
Yeah, all right. It's because Dave's not very good at fishing. How'd you get on yesterday?
Crap.
Crap.
Oh, there you go.
That about sums it up.
I said to him this morning, where did you come? 5th or 6th? He went, I don't know.
Unplaced.
Unplaced
Is that how it
again
goes?
for the
You had
third week.
You had a roll when you were smashing it.
Yeah. It'll come back.
Yeah, he's shot his bolt now, hasn't he?
Yeah, it'll come back. Well, my nemesis Darren didn't do any good either.
He's well down here every weekend. 32 carp caught every weekend.
What's that?
Out of the big lake.
Oh, Jesus, that's about a fifth of the carp in the lake.
Yeah, nearly.
Okay, now.
One of the big ones, though.
No.
25, 27, 32 pound grass carp.
Still
A lot of fun.
You end up with too many of these.
Now that's the scoop, Dave.
that's a scoop, yeah.
Oh, shame that Deutsch Hacker's got some damage down its side.
Yeah, we're coming back from my pond like that. That's going to be quite nice fish, actually.
That's nice.
Potentially. I'm going there for the minute.
Nice Hana Shusui. And good morning to anyone else that has joined. I thought he was going for the other one. Well, is that bit? Is that heron damage on that Deutsch Hacker?
Kingfisher.
That's a heron strike, I think. It's just clipped it.
Fucked it now.
Leather chagoy.
Is that a metallic one again?
It's not
No.
metallic, no. It's just.
You know, it's taken donkey's years for people to grow the Deutsch scales out of a Deutsch fish to make them look like that. And now every fucker's breeding them to have fucking scales again.
That's how it goes, mate. That's quite a good one.
That's pretty. Sailor.
Eat your fish when you're not looking.
Bless her. But that Vader's given up on the hat hunt. He's like, fuck this. I can't get it, so I'm not going to play.
You've ruined her day. Yeah. So get rid of some of these bigger ones, and I can get some. Right, where's the neck gone?
You had it last.
I had it. Blame me.
So we're going through this bucket of fish. You've got any questions for the main man? Drop them in the comments.
I'll have to do that.
Have you finished, Mama Bear?
She said, no, I ain't at the fish yet.
Have you finished? Was that better? Bless her. Surprised she's out.
Been out all morning with me. Been for a walk around the farm. A nice steady pace that she does. We can all go.
And now,
That one. It's a shame that. Oh, mate, it's got that way. Yeah, the fry went in there literally. The little kajakus were 1 day younger when they went in, which means they were that tiny bit. Back in this one over here, Dave, if you would. They were a tiny bit behind.
yeah,
And the difference is staggering.
yeah.
You just. Yeah, no, they're quite nice. If we could get through and give these a cull halfway through the season, they'd obviously be a lot bigger and a lot better. But unfortunately, never going to happen.
So this one here, this yellow one here, is that Kikikiryu?
Yeah. You know, that sumia come up and it just become yellow and go faster black stripes on it. I'm sure that's a technical term they use in Japan.
What, go fast, black stripe.
Carl might be better some more fish. You might have to give him a hand if he is.
Okay.
Might have got something different. I don't know. It might not be. It might be a customer.
Morning. Oh, food. Food, but
All right. Can you pick a few more of the better little ones from there to go into there, and then the rest into that one? What have we got?
Fucking hands wet.
Rick's had the best on, hasn't he? What was wrong with him? Deformed.
Yeah.
What about that little gin ring?
No, he won't compete. No, he won't compete with that.
Not seen a great deal in there, you?
No.
You done?
Here he comes.
Otherwise in
That
there.
was quick.
Getting that. Well, like lightning, mate.
Like lightning. Dave from Orchard Koi is asking, how old are these, Rick?
How old? These are last year's babies. So these fish range from 2 inches, probably up to 10 inches now, depending on where they've been kept. Yeah, all born this time last year, or a bit later, so they're about 11 months old. So,
And they've all been literally put into one pond and left until a week or so ago, wasn't it?
harvesting is about a month ago. Wow, 2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, because it wasn't a month ago. Jesus Christ.
Spin it round into that one, Rick.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of talk about the size of fish and what you do with them, but if you don't give them winter heat, these fish will have grown probably for 12 to 16 weeks, and then that's that.
Yeah.
And they won't grow again now. Well, they're just about thinking about starting to grow again now, for the next sort of summer period.
Just missing that one scale, isn't it?
Possibly. That's quite a nice colour for Shusui.
Yeah, the red on that. Yeah. You little fuckbag.
I also don't want to go with you, does it?
No, it's everything else keep jumping in with it. Cool. So my next question, this is something I'm struggling with. Some places, do you still call them Tosai now, and then next year Nisai?
No, well, these are still Tosai now because they're still in their first year for another month, and then they become Nisai. So I don't know how there's so much confusion about fish. Almost all koi in the world are born May, June sort of time. You know, obviously you do later spawnings. In their first year, they're Tosai. They have a birthday which they become Nisai. They become in their second year. Shops that buy Tosai don't want to them, once they go over a year old, don't want to call them Nisai because suddenly they go from quite big Tosai to really small Nisai. But if they've not been grown, it's to do with where they've been, you know, and what temperatures. Temperatures kind of king.
Yeah.
You know, we could spawn these fish, and we could put one load into a heavily stocked pond for a few months, and then not grow them for the winter, and they'll be this size. And we could put some into a light stock pond and then grow for the winter and have them up to, I don't know, 35, 40 centimetres.
Yeah.
Exactly the same technical age, but completely different degree they age. So it's all a bit of a
Misnomer.
yeah, it's just something. It's kind of marketing. It's obviously the younger a fish is and the bigger it is, the more people potentially value it. But if you don't know the history of it, then you know where it's been kept and the temperature it's been kept at and the stock density and how it's been reared. Yeah, it's just one of those. Unmute.
Excuse me.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
oh, look, you've made a cringe with that. Yeah, it's just one of those odd things.
Odd in the fact that a lot of people just aren't upfront and honest.
It's not. I'm not sure if it's upfront and honest, but it's just ask the question: when were these fish born?
Yeah.
And how have they been raised and reared? To give you an idea, you know, if you've got a fish this big that's been raised under heat all winter, then it's growing incredibly slowly. If you've got a fish that big that's never seen 20 degrees in its life, different world, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, horses for courses. If you don't know what you're dealing with and what you want to achieve with them. Yeah. There's no point buying jumbo Tosai that have been heated and putting them in a pond where they're just not going to fulfill that potential. The flip side is there's no point buying the fish that's not growing. If you want to try and grow it jumbo, then they need to have had good environments for as long as possible.
Yeah.
Oh, with a crazy
Ginrin scales along the bottom.
Actually, they're really Ginrin, but they're that sort of weird
Metallic type.
Anyway, we're going a bit slow now.
Is that another one of them Shusui cross Sankeys?
Could well be. There shouldn't be any in here, but it certainly looks like one.
It definitely looks like one, doesn't it?
So,
that's a Bowl of Doom one, that. Well, I had one that looked similar to that, sent it up to Dino and he killed it. No, he didn't. It just didn't take the transfer. That's the problem you run with small fish.
yeah, they can be a bit finicky.
That's quite nice.
But these are ideal. Shishui's lights are ideal to go back to a mud pond because
Yeah.
they will revert to being quite safe in there because the predators have got free reign on it almost.
Yeah.
So right, go some bigger ones.
You'll turn that tap off.
Yes, please, mate.
Hey, why didn't you pick the Kinshawa?
This it's just never going to grow. It's just
Watch your legs.
Yeah, you know what Dave like with a fucking hose pipe? He's deadly.
but you can see the fish that have obviously done
that's what
better
I'm
in there. Look like bloody mirror carp.
Yeah, everything that the heron can't.
Just grown better and
Is that what I think it is? Is
you
that
call
metallic?
it a snow? No, it's not metallic.
Is that a snow Shusui, is
It's
it?
just the Shusui that
Bowl of Doom.
the colour's not come up on yet. I say you make this
So-
like Kika, what they call them, Ko Shusui or whatever. The sort of the Kahaku crosses.
Yeah. The Kosui.
Kosui.
Kahaku cross Shusui.
Kosui is somewhere going on, isn't it? Kosui.
Yes.
It's nice.
Thailand,
yeah,
yeah.
Thailand, beautiful.
That's
I'll
another
go
one there, isn't it?
Yeah, they're just not particularly well.
A nice red to them, though.
Yeah.
Ooh. What's that one come from?
Good question. Looks like it's from the Kikasui Shusui cross. When these fry were done, the hatchery was full with so many crosses that there'd be a few eggs getting left in trays or getting mixed about. So you'll find the odd Kinshawa or something in there, or the odd, yeah. Well, so you devil it. But that's from the same spawn, and those ones we went through the other day that were all
That sort of size.
size,
Yeah.
because they're just, and they hadn't even, to be fair, they hadn't been under heat. They were just reared differently through the summer. So So yeah, it's not getting the ponds done that we're supposed to be getting done, but something different.
Yep. We always like going through fish.
That's what the Tosai spawn. It was a really dark example.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like Sorogoi, Shusui,
Isn't it? Weird.
scaleless. Yeah, you get some weird and wonderfuls. Some not so wonderful. Some just weird. But basically, what we get left, this is the trouble with being a farm and a shop and whatever, that this is what we're going to get left with. And these are now going to have to go to C grades because we can't sell these through the shop. Obviously, we've got someone collecting all these for an order. We're taking out all this. So literally, there's not actually much going in the shop from this lot that you're going to want to come and pick through. But these will go out cheap as a batch.
Yeah.
It's just clearing sort of pond space, I suppose. But we wouldn't have these had we gone through them in the summer. These would have been cleared back along. So
yeah,
it's a little bit. Is what it is. So I want to get a nice bowl of sort of 2 to 4 inch C grades for peanuts.
Yeah, definitely.
These little Deutsch Sankeys obviously not competed very well. She's waiting for a miss throw.
No, Gwen. I haven't. I've just gone down through the comments. Your comment's not there, sweet pea.
It's got a short head, don't it?
That little thing. Yeah. It's a little Deutsch. Again, it's one of those fish we're going through that was 6 inch.
Yeah.
It's just not. It's not done so well in that pond. Not competed. There we go. Let's get them moved in a sec. We're going to grab some more air for them actually whilst we're doing that. Doing a bit, lads.
Where's he going like you, are they? Or? Dog is in there.
I know.
The same as just leaves their mark. Bit of DNA.
That's pretty unique, isn't it?
Yeah.
That would be some few scales or anything.
Yeah, it's the only reason Rick didn't take it. Head's nice and clean, so it's the same with this one.
Yeah.
It's missing that front part to the zipper.
What's that? He's a cross or something.
That's metallic tuber.
Oh.
Otherwise known as a Kogane tuber.
Pepper Army.
Pepper Army, yeah.
A Kogane. Oh, excuse me.
Jesus. A wind factory. You can see how some of these are. See, they're all from the same spawnings. You'll see. He had some pies. This is the size the whole lot should be if you were going through them and sorting them out normally.
Yeah.
But otherwise, they just become. Gimmer and Benny Goy.
Pretty.
Oh, it's pretty, isn't it? No, you'll have to put it back in again, Gwen. Have you ever showed any of your homebred koi, and do you have any ambition to?
Our fish get taken to the shows, yes, but we don't. We're not allowed to.
No, but I am taking about half of what I'm taking to the national this year will be fish from here at this spot.
Yeah, the way the koi shows work in this country, if you're involved in the industry, you can't show your fish. So that's obviously the national. They're now doing a separate show for dealers or whatever, but because it's a hobbyist run thing, which, as it should be, but no.
Big ugly Aragoki. A nice little Kajako. Mm. Tell you what, you've had some really nice Shusuis come out of this mix, though, haven't you?
Yeah, well, this was a new parent cross we did. It's a newer Fuji male from Koi Wholesale. Across one of our old, more established fish.
Yeah.
And they've come out pretty good.
Is that an established Japanese fish that you've used for a few years, or is that a second generation fish?
Probably third generation by now.
Yeah.
Been doing Shushuis a long time. So, yeah, the female, so it would have been one of our, it's an offspring, but it's from one of our second generation fish, crosser fish from Kawakami. And those offspring became the female, and then we've got a new male. So, yeah, lots of different Jap blood in it. But yeah, just trying to stabilise, keeping the blue, and that nice sort of scalation on the spine.
Yeah.
Which kind of makes a difference. For what we want. But yeah, Shushui's got a habit of going dark, so obviously we've been keeping the lightest ones as parents for multiple generations, and then as the blood gets thick, get a new male or a new fish in to go with them. We're not ones for generally doing the same spawning again and again.
Yeah. Unless you know it's a good
One there.
Yeah. Matching 4 scales, 4 giving scale on either side.
fish you won't see because it's about 50, 60 cm.
Got a couple of retrievers in my wooden pond like that.
Yeah, they got a habit of following their carp traits, so they can look really nice in a bowl, and then you put them in your pond and they go black.
Yeah.
Or near on black. So.
Right. Question for Gwen. I've just hired my waterfall by a few inches, now getting loads of foam on the pond. Have done a small water change and added extra filtration. Is there anything I can do, or will it go off on its own?
Yeah, the foam's normally, it also could be because you brought it up and you're getting more churning, but it also could be to do with algae. Especially if you're getting the foam in the morning. A lot of people get the frothy in the morning that's gone by the afternoon, and I think it's to do with algae trying to do its thing.
Twins.
They look like twins, don't they?
So
So yeah, you might find that just by actually changing the UV bulb makes a difference. So we're coming into the temperatures are coming up, sunlight's day length's getting longer. It could be a bit of a coincidence, and not to do with bringing the waterfall up. It could be to do with that time of year.
Yeah.
Might not be. I'm not saying.
Could it also be protein?
Loads of people blame protein, but not normally, no, because most people don't change the food or they're not feeding enough to have a problem.
Yeah.
But because the word protein scum's banded about a lot, everyone sees a bit of froth and go, "Oh, it's protein scum." And yet it's more to do with the way the algae. We see some of our ponds when the algae's trying to do something crazy.
Oh, you can see it in the filters on the
It climbs out of the water.
Used to get it like an ice cream cone in my skimmer. In the mornings, afternoon, it's gone.
Yeah, there's probably some weird relationship with daylight, where the way the algae dies back in the night and you get that weird scum. There we go, it's a calico one.
Calico Kajaku.
Big stand up or not?
Yeah, it is.
Looks like they've got no gill plates.
Yeah.
The gill plates are see-through. Got about, I need as many in that one as I got in that one, but It's not got so
No,
my balance is a little bit off.
I think there's a slightly more in the one behind you.
Never mind. We'll get there. Got more to play with.
There's always more fish to play with. How many homebreed dealers roughly in the UK do you need to be registered?
I don't get the don't really get the question.
No, I didn't. Yeah,
You got it.
maybe a rephrase. I don't really get that.
Yeah, please. Rephrase. Yeah, if you could rephrase that for us, Hutch.
Yeah, I might make a few phone calls, try and get them gone today.
Yeah.
Try to end up putting them back in a pond and then get them back out again. It's like, ugh.
Yeah. You end up double handling then, don't you? Or treble handling.
I ain't got many in there, have I? Really?
No.
That first bowl was a bit better than the rest.
Well, hopefully Carl will come back with a few better ones.
Doubt it. Who knows?
Morning, Seska.
Yeah, the old Garone show fry down there. They were worrying me they won't be big enough to do, but I'm worried the other way around now.
Too big.
They're going to be, well, it's not too big, they're just,
They're going to be huge.
no, they're going to split, I think. They're not yet. But.
Between the two colours.
No, there's not so much that, just there's some that didn't get away, so they'll be gone. Some of the numbers will drop off a little bit more because there's some that are absolutely tiddly, so they're just going to get eaten shortly. And yeah, just keeping the water quiet as they get bigger. They want a big percentage of food more each day. So
Right, try again. How many koi breeders are in the UK? Do you need to be registered for breeding koi?
probably half a dozen people doing it to a fairly large. You've got us, Cuttlebrook and Adam Byer, probably the three main ones. Then you've got Muji Mono doing all the single coloured stuff.
Single coloured stuff.
There's different people doing it. There's a couple that do it for wholesale only. So we supply other farms that do it wholesale only. So they won't be people that you ever see. You don't have to be registered to breed koi, but you have to be registered if you're going to supply fish to other dealers or whatever. So they need a CFAS and DEFRA inspection and all the rest of it. And then pet shop licenses if you're going selling to the public.
Yep.
It's quite a grey area, unfortunately, with
a lot of places.
Koi sales and whatever. Ideally, you should all be registered, and then there's a trail of what's occurring.
Yeah. And there's accountability then as well, isn't there?
That's what we like to see. That's a nice big line of scales.
Mm.
I'd like to see a slightly paler face, but we'll sort that out.
And Adam Lloyd from Lloyd's Koi, have you got any Deutsch Chagoi? Oh, Adam, you missed a beautiful Deutsch Chagoi that we put into the other bowl that was absolutely scaleless, completely.
It's too busy filming to be in there stealing. Too solid in the head. It's ideal for that way.
That's what I was thinking. And didn't have a chance to go through to the shop and get the bowl of doom, so we got the bowl of blue.
The blue bowl of doom.
The bowl of blue. Shame that one there. It's got one scale missing on the zipper.
It's got the scale missing on the zipper.
That's pretty darn good. Not enough red. Not enough red.
No.
Same as that one, isn't it?
It's got lovely. Nice.
Beautiful zipper, yeah.
There's definitely a correlation between those that have got nice amount of Benny and the size of them. Big blue grow faster. Quite like these sort of almost non-metallic calico ones.
Yeah. You see the see-through gill plate.
It's almost as there's no scales down it, but there is. It's
just the way the skin sits.
Just
Adam says he was hoping to get a small one with his ground show delivery.
was he?
And why have you put that Deutsche Hacker back? That one.
Because the scale alignment just doesn't look quite right. You got like scale there and scale there. That it's just not neat. And when it gets big, it's going to be even less neat. It is. We've got to split them so many ways that it just takes a bit more time. And looking at the scale alignment on the Shusui, it takes a little bit more time.
Still pretty though, isn't it?
That's nice and good. Right. Yes. Yeah, I came in early this morning and did all that. Scale alignment again, perfect. It's just a bit wishy-washy
on the red. That's pretty.
Yeah, I don't know what pond Carl's doing out there. To be honest, I think he's actually draining it, so it might be a little while still. Either that or we've fallen asleep in the truck.
Right. Question for you, Rick. As you go through these koi, do you have thoughts on what will change for the next spawn, or what you will change for the next spawning?
Always, it's always in your mind as you look at a batch. Positives, negatives, yeah, constant. Yeah, what you want to achieve with them. And troubles on the farm, we're always producing different. So if we've got a lot of Kajaku and Shusui one year, then it's not something we'll worry about for the following year. We'll be doing different varieties to try and make the mix as interesting as possible. So, but yeah, you just never stop thinking about, oh, if I cross this with that, or use that parent to get better head shape, or you see, quite often you'll see from obviously these, I'll already see characteristics from one of the parents, be it good or bad, and you think, well, that's good, that's bad, or I won't do that, I will do that. It could be pectoral, it could be pec shapes, it could be head shape, it could be depth of pigment. There's so many variants, but inevitably we're quite realistic when we come down to do a spawning. The chance of both parents being ready at the same time to do exactly the same spawn is actually quite slim, because it might be 3 years down the line when I want to do these Shusuis again.
Yeah.
By which time I'll have a new male to play with, or one of the females has died, or not got eggs, or yeah, there's lots of variants to it. But yeah, my brain never switches off when it comes to spawn. This is the best time, and I've already got 10 spawners lined up for next week. But I haven't actually got the pond space for 10, so I'm thinking of which ones I can not do, because I've got another 10 lined up for 2 weeks after that.
Yeah,
and then it's So say sometimes, like with the Sankey, you do a new set, complete failure. Do you write off both parents, or do you swap them with different ones and risk it, or go back to a set you know is going to produce
what you want,
X amount of fish to a certain level? Yeah, you agree. You're always chasing something better. That's kind of the it's just coy, isn't it?
Yeah.
Otherwise things would stand still and you'd use the same parent set year after year after year. Leave it. I presume we've got fish there because Venus.
Good job it was Inca, because had it been Vader, she wouldn't have listened. She'd been gone. Oh, she's curled up in there now. It's warmer in there. She's such a pansy, that one.
Yeah, so in this year, probably the highest on the agenda is redoing the Shiros, our best Shiros, because some of them have just turned out absolutely amazing, but we haven't done them for a couple of years now.
Dr. Kempo says, can the Shusui not be fed cannot be colour fed to get the orange or red to come back on it as it grows?
Yeah, you can only improve what's there. If you start with a crap one, you're not going to get a good one.
Yeah.
So, yeah, you've got to play. I've not got a head pattern because the quality of that's really nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, that's just that obviously got away, and that's where some of the fish are missing. Yeah, some of his mates.
That's not. Is that Kahaku?
It's got metallic in it.
That's what was throwing me, was the metallic in it.
Right.
So it's not. That's not Sakura Rogon, but it's not. It's not Kahaku either, is it?
No.
It's one of those in betweens that you get when you mix metallic and non-metallic fish.
Becco with red fins. Asagi Becco. That is bonkers.
That can go in there in the bowl of doom, because I've got a scaled one like a Deutsch one like that, and that's scaled. So we'll roll the dice on that one, put it in the warm, and get some growth on it.
Yeah, so colour food's one of those things. It's there to improve what's genetically there.
Yeah.
You
can't use it to add what's
the old adage? You can't polish a turd.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's pretty.
Think of it. So yeah, yes, you can. But some of the Asagi lines, that light colour Benny, I quite like that. It's quite cool. Comes up with age, but the Shusuis, or certainly our line of Shusuis, tends to be what you see is what you get. You can make it redder, but if you start with a very poor colour, you're pretty much gonna.
Yeah, it will stay like that. Just won't do nothing.
Yeah.
Yes, Simon, that will be because we're out here Sean's been doing a feeding run, and Carl has been up one of the other buildings getting more fish for us to go through. Here they come. Go on, boys.
It's like going shopping, isn't it?
Great deal for you, unfortunately.
What's that pond? 10 or 9? 10.
And a scoop out the other pond as well.
Is that 10 cleared though?
Yeah.
Ideal. That's the one that's been green for ages, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go something different. So I can get rid of these in a minute to a different pond because they'll go to another pond.
Right, okay.
So
I would imagine a lot of highs and lows when breeding. Get it right must be amazing, but so disappointing when you don't reach your imagination or expectation.
Yeah.
Great content, thanks. I don't know why the scaled ones.
the scaled Becco Asagi.
Becco Asagi. I got Becco Shusui and I got Becco Asagi now.
Yeah, I mean the thing with koi brins, for us, yeah.
Carl,
Yes, mate.
would you mind if Simon phones up in a couple of minutes to pay for his growing show fry?
Quite a take people's money.
Yep. Right, well, there you go. Carl is back. He shall go on.
It's a phone me.
I need to go sit in the office and do some work anyway.
I expect there's a lot.
If
a lot of
that's
missed
what
calls.
you call it. And don't forget, guys, smash that like on this Bank Holiday Monday. You know you want it. Yeah, I moved all them bags of sand away from the front of our pond wall yesterday.
Did you?
Mate,
That's Boeing more, isn't it?
that bit is slowly but surely getting fucking worse.
What was that wooden construction?
But what it's got, it's
Oh, you got like metal through.
yeah, you know, though you get the metal you get on industrial buildings. You've got a layer sheet of metal that's corrugated.
Yeah.
Then you've got 4 inches of insulation.
Yeah.
And then you've got another sheet of metal and they interlink.
Yeah.
Well, that's what my walls are made out of. And then I've got a bit of a wooden frame round it. And what you find is the wood's fucked. And the metal is,
Just
and that is why it's pushing and pushing and pushing. And at some,
Could there be any corrosion on the metal?
I don't know, but it was completely built out of recycled materials right down to the woodwork.
Yeah.
So, you know,
You're asking for trouble.
9-10 years down the line, I don't think I've done too bad.
No.
Which is why I would like to make it out of block. But
We would have to.
I don't know where I'm going to put my fucking fish while I do it, for one.
Well, if we can borrow
Tony's pole, I tap up Rick and Sean or use one of the empty buildings.
Yeah. Or stick it in my back garden.
Fuck me, you wouldn't be able to stick it in your back garden and a couple of easy pods to run him.
Yeah. We'd make room.
It's going to be a fucking nightmare, but at the same time, I won't be able to do the block laying. Jesus Christ, it killed me just moving them 13 blocks and the 8 blocks I bought here for Rick.
Wherever we move, we're going to have to use the van for transport.
Oh, yeah, without shadow. You always get one, don't you?
Oh, some more hanging about. So what's he brought? That's a different looking bowl of fish, isn't it?
Ooh. Oh, we got some Yamatanishkis.
Yes, I did spot one in
Deutsch metallic shower.
Yeah. I remember that one.
Yep.
That's a beast.
That is
So it's exactly the same age as the same ones we're doing.
That is absolutely beautiful.
Yeah,
Look at that. absolutely identical either side. Whew. Yeah, you definitely not got a lot in this one, Rick.
Yeah, there is, mate.
Oh, you kept that red Kajaku fucking quiet, didn't you? Yeah, 3-step one down there. See? Giving you all this good content, I'm not being able to rate the bowl as much. Is that a metallic, Benny boy?
An NGO one, you mean?
No, that looks more red than orange.
Oh, behave. People give too many names. It's an NGO god. Oh, it's just.
It's all just.
It just does my nut in.
What does your nut in and why?
Some of the terms people give stuff that just to upscale certain fish. That you know, if you call it what it is, and it's worth what it is. To me, you know, yeah, these sort of metallic ochibas. Don't need to do them as bronze samurais.
Mm-hmm. And how many years you've been doing metallic ochibas?
Well, it's the same with the Black Zeus and Black Diamond. They're Ginrin Matsukaba.
Yeah.
And Ginrin Komomri.
So they just manufacture.
They are.
these
Well,
now?
to be fair, a farm like that is probably one of the few places I'd allow. I'd say, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, because you're one of the forerunners.
You are the best farm on the planet, and if you want to call it, then go for it, mate. Because
they are setting the standard.
but what you get then is you get then other people copy them and then try and use their name on fish that aren't from that farm.
Yeah.
So if I call my Ginrin Komomris that we've been doing for 10 years now, you know, Black Zeus's, I'm lying.
Yeah.
But people do it.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, I'm very much call something what it is.
That's
And
pretty. It's a shame it's zipper squiff. Everything else is textbook.
he's got one a bit of a scale missing there.
That's what I mean. It's zipper squiff, but other than that, he's textbook. Because Shusuis originally weren't blue, were they?
They were white. Well, white, weren't they?
I don't know, mate. Ever since I've ever known Shushuis have been blue, come from the Asagi's, it was sort of bluey grey. So,
Yeah, but with the Asagi, you get red underneath, you get that white down the middle, and then you get the reticulation over the top. Now, my thought was when you see the Shusui, is that the zipper is your replacement robin, and then the white is what would have been had it not had that scales. Can you see what I mean? Because the white
the
is broken
Asagi's
up.
are always like that blue, they were like a basic grey.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what Shushuis were. You pick the bluest of the blue to breathe from a few times and you get that blue pigment. Yeah, it's a refinement, and you go the other way, and then you cross with Kahakus to make red and white ones, and then you get someone else to cross them like with a Ginrin to make Ginrin ones. Or yeah, I think that the blue is one of those pigments, isn't it, that people struggle to hold. They look blue when they're young,
and then go white when they get older.
Go white or black. A lot of black ones about, or very navy, should we say?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're prone to. Oh, I didn't want that one. He's gone. He's left me.
Gets a reprieve.
Yeah. Our original Shushuis were blue 35 years ago. I reckon bought the original ones. And we were just happy to be able to breed fish that come out similar to the parents back then. It's like, oh my God, what have we achieved?
So when you
We've done it.
when you're selecting an Asagi, you go for the lighter colour ones, don't you?
Yeah, you get troubles. You get certain things that work from a breeder's point of view. So you watch a video from Koi Wholesale, which is amazing. They do some amazing content, and you'll go from some Oya Asagi that are almost white fish with just a little bit of robing, and those fish are known to develop in a certain way. So you want to go for the paler ones. They don't necessarily have to have red underneath. That tends to come. You're looking for the the body shape and the reticulation, the scale alignment. But you get some from us, and if you picked them like that, you wouldn't probably be very happy with the outcome, because they'd stay very pale with no red. And
where is Adam Boris? Who is the breeder of Adam Boris?
he crosses. I think he's got an Afuchi parent, and Oya, I think. But again, it depends on the individuals he's using and how they develop. So obviously he'll have a better way. If he turns around to you and says, take one that's got red fins, red cheeks, if you want that, the Benny pattern, then you want to listen to the one that produced them and has done for a few years.
Yeah.
Because when I chose that one at the growing show, that was quite a pale fish with hardly any Benny on it. And now look at it.
But the Matsubamon on Asagi do tend to darken as they get older,
They do. I
they?
mean, Matsuba tends to darken in every variety that's got that reticulated scalation or whatever. It's just that's kind of part and parcel.
Yeah.
The Kajakus and the kind of Matsubas when they're young, Gin Matsubas and Kin Matsubas look very dark because you're just seeing the scale right at the skin. So you've got a much blacker fish. So in that respect, you actually probably want to go for a dark one because the skin is going to develop between the scales. So you get the nice contrast.
Someone went, I can't remember which gentleman it was. It was a gentleman that was showing at the All England Koi Show last year. And he was showing a Akamatsuba, scaled one. And Susan was talking to him. And Susan actually said, well, we buy them when they're pale. And he actually said, no, for an Akamatsuba, you want that Matsuba to be dark. And then it will lighten up as the fish grows and stretches.
But that's because you're seeing the orange skin against the black scale. So you're seeing a slightly different effect, which is where you need to, live and learn, isn't it?
Yeah.
And speak, and not everything's true for every variety. It's just forever learn, wouldn't you?
Oh yeah.
You get people buying, baby sumi you see on some varieties, and then you see a Shiro and you think, it's got baby sumi. Look at that lovely pattern. That's solid. It doesn't change. That's its pattern. It's just got that from quite a young age. Others will go from black to white they just go all over the shop. Different bloodlines, different individuals, different characteristics.
Look at the female Shiro I got from here last year before that had plenty of sumi on it, and the sumi's dropped right off at the moment. But I know she's been going through a growth stretch, and that sumi will come back out.
Going for a growth stretch, you're pond heated. How you manage that? That's
Hey,
magic.
Unheated, I always manage to get good growth on my fish through the summer.
Through the summer, so you should.
But I think because of the way I feed through the summer and autumn is why I still get a little bit of growth on both body and everything else over the winter. Irish Geordie Kai's in. How we doing? Fanfrit Steve's in. Chris is in from Budget Bond Keeper.
108. Oh, I ain't got nothing there yet, I reckon.
No, you haven't. He's going to have to go back and empty the rest of these.
Yeah, I think with the trouble with koi is there's so much variation that you could learn something about one variety, even Sankey, and then you go and buy from another farm, or even the same farm that use different parents or use different combination, and get your ass whooped because it doesn't, you know,
It doesn't play ball.
doesn't always play unless you're lucky enough to know the breeder and tell you exactly which parents they've used and what to expect from them.
Yeah.
You're, you know, Sakai Sankeys develop in a certain way, and then they cross a showroom with one of their lines, and you've got Dragon Ball Sankeys that do something different. And you're like, you don't know what you're buying when you're buying a little one.
Yeah. Yeah. So unless you know what you're buying and where you're buying from, you're rolling the dice and playing Russian roulette.
That's the fun of it. But at the end of the day, when we've got breeders in this country that are doing certain varieties to a good level, you'd be mad not to. You know? If you wanted a nice Asagi, why wouldn't you go and see Adam and have a chat with him about the parents he's used, see him for 3 or 4 generations and whatever? It's a lot cheaper than going out to Japan and doing it.
Yeah.
And trying to translate across. Because I'm not being funny, some of them will.
I've just had a super chat.
What was that?
Really?
Yes, Teresa, cheers.
Oh, well done.
£2 super chat. Thank you very much, Teresa.
I wonder why you were
Oh,
jumping.
no, I thought you needed a wee.
I'm
So you
excited.
died.
I'm excited.
Thought you needed a wee, mate.
Simon says he's not noticed any sumi loss on his Showa or his Goshki at 24 degrees.
I don't know. Yeah, it depends on how old the fish
I
are.
didn't want that other little one in there.
Oh, he's all right. Yeah, it's just so many variants that the more you can learn, the more you can ask questions. And yeah, why wouldn't you? I'm not being. If I was a hobbyist in this country, I'd be at least once a year going to see Cuttlebrook, coming here, going to see Adam, going to the shows, to chat with people,
Just to see what's happening.
just to absolutely.
Yeah, Benny Kiko is at Deutsche Kajaku.
Benny Kiko.
Benny Kiko. They're very, very similar at a small age, though, aren't they? Benny Kiko and the Deutsche Kajaku.
Shouldn't be.
Simon Cheers says, but they're Polish. With a shrug.
Not being funny, you can go out. It's not dear. You can go out to Poland, and you know, if you're into koi,
then why wouldn't you want to go?
Why wouldn't you just get as much information? You know, some of the stuff they're doing in Poland, some of the Deutsch.
Oh, Teresa!
Another one.
Another one. Woohoo!
From the same person. That's cheating.
Hey, soup chat. Oh, yeah. YouTube takes 30% of that. But, oh, Teresa, thank you very, very much.
It's a shame, isn't it?
It's a shame.
Just ruined it. It's one sumi.
One sumi spot.
Someone I love it.
And that's the only reason I'm not taking the other snow asagi to the show. Because of that fucking sumi spots.
Freckles.
It's just surprising how one little spot just throws off the whole fish.
Fortunately, it just ruins it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
From that point of view.
I've noticed I've got a couple of little freckles on my snow asagi as well.
Oh, Hutch, mate. If you haven't bought from a UK koi farm, you're missing a trick, mate, honestly.
Not so much buying necessary for them, but just
kind
go
of
and
visit
learn
them. Yeah.
so much. You know, I worked out the other day. I reckon since I've been doing this, probably gone through 30 million koi. So I've physically seen 30 million fish go through a process. There's stuff you learn.
I learn something every fucking day we come down. Even on a Thursday night when he opens his mush. Still learn stuff then.
How much beer I can drink on a Thursday. It's become my beer night Thursdays.
Oh, yes.
You didn't have any Sunday, though, did you? Because you was playing football.
Sunday, no.
Yeah.
There's only one thing that outrules beer, and that's the game of footy.
And how did you do at the football?
We won in the end. Yeah, won again. Yeah, the second game we won. The first game was just with Ezra and his mates. So it's Just a bit of fun.
Oh, so that one doesn't count, does it not?
No, he's mad for it at the minute. Every day he wants to go over because we look the sports centre's opposite us. The AstroTurf pitches are all locked up, but they leave them unlocked. So when people, can we go, see, we get on, let's go. So he's
Has he not had any squash competitions recently?
Yeah, he was at squash Saturday. He was at squash again. He's not as mad for squash
As he now is for football.
He's football mad, but he's much better at squash than he is at football.
Bless him. It does indeed, Teresa. It does indeed. Thank you very, very much.
He'll find his.
It's just
He'll find
he's
his
so
groove.
young. His last squash he played Saturday, he started in the bottom group, and they move him up. It's just a sort of friendly tournament. So he won that, moved up. The next group he was playing was a 16 and 18-year-old, and he's like, you see his little face, like, oh my god, he won that.
God, gets
and,
it.
and then he went up to the top group, and again they were both teenagers, and they absolutely destroyed him. But that's to go through his own group and then the next group up. That in itself is just. But again, it's something because they were much older. They hadn't been doing it very long, but he's been doing it since he was could barely really walk.
Have you ever had a go at it?
Squash?
Yeah.
No.
I have once, but too much running about, mate.
I think the only one sport I ever enjoyed that you had to use a bat with, and that was badminton.
Yeah. Well, I played cricket to quite a high level.
Fuck your cricket. Cricket's just fucking boring.
It's not so much when you're playing.
You know why people say cricket bat instead of see you next Tuesday? Because cricket is only watched by boring old see you next Tuesdays.
Right.
Yeah. Well, that's what I was told anyway.
No, it's like the koi hobby, isn't it? It's not everybody's cup of tea. And
No. I bumped into an old friend that I hadn't seen in about 20 years the other day, and we were chatting. He's like, so what are you doing with yourself? I do a load of YouTube. Oh, what are you doing? Koi. What are they? I go, colourful fish. And he's like, that's fucking boring, isn't it? Mate, if only you knew. If only you knew.
I've got a few fishing mates that question that. Why do you want to keep fish?
Why not?
Because I love
It's
it.
a shame that's small because that pattern on there is lovely.
Disappearing. We'll go that way to that mud pond. But they're another one. They look amazing until you put them in a black tank, and then the brown and the grey just sort of
Darkens
darken
up.
into a very dark.
You scratching there now?
Well, it's just I need the.
You haven't got many in the bowls that you actually want to fill up.
I've only got room for 25-ish in that mud pond.
Right.
Got 300 for that one.
Yeah, 300.
Oh, there definitely ain't fucking 300 in there, Rick.
No, well, I'm only starting. This was only a scoop out of the pond.
Only a scoop.
I think Carl said this is about a third of the fish.
Yeah,
maybe?
he said it was about a third of the fish. He said. He did
So
say that
I've easily got 100 in there.
Oh, yeah.
He did say he could have grabbed the whole lot, but then
Well, I'm glad he didn't because we'd be here all day and we wouldn't be getting all the jobs. We're already behind.
Yeah, we're already behind.
When are we not?
When are we not?
Nothing wrong with being under the gun. One there, Dave. Yeah.
Right, we have to spit that water out of them.
I think it's the air pushing them over the edge.
That one that decided to grow, look. Platinum Ogon from a Kajaku spawn, and that is. So they're never very good.
Platinum Ogon from a Kajaku swan. Is that why it's got that little bit of
red?
Yeah.
Bit of orangey red pigment.
orangey red pigment there?
They're growing much better than your normal platinums. But yeah, no good for nothing. What the hell dropped in there? Someone's trying to get into the Munger tunnel.
Yeah,
Hijacking.
that one's got no hope of getting in there.
Right.
You little fucker.
Well, they're not going to take long over there anyway, are they? So.
No.
No, it's not like many in there.
"64 people watching.
On a bank
33
holiday.
people got their thumbs up. Come on, guys."
So we
Vince, I think you should go into the shop, find a £7 fish, and raffle it off. Call it the Super Chat fish.
One more, two more.
it's not raffling them off, is it? It's putting it somewhere and then shipping it out for 30 quid.
Did it?
It's just not. We're going to do an auction at some point. When do we say next week? Week after.
And not only that, mate,
Next week, wouldn't it?
as you probably saw by my reaction, I don't get Super Chats usually. And that means more to me than me asking people to give me Super Chats and then getting one. Because it's given in a completely different way.
So good,
If that makes sense.
See, that's just a bit undefined. Is the word. Scalation's pretty good.
But
I like the red fins.
But
There's a good chance that might fix up a bit.
boom, boom.
Pretty little jacket. Just show it. Without the sort of head pattern.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what you mean by head pattern is the pattern on the head, but with white as well.
Yeah, just two colours on there, that white streak through it.
Yeah, he didn't.
Do you want the white Asagi?
Yeah.
Of course he
I know
does.
Of course he does.
Good Lord. Didn't need to ask, did I?
Oh, now that's nice.
Not bad, is
There's a
it?
shape of colour to it.
Number tunnel.
Yeah, I don't want too many Shushuis in. I might have to go through them. I want some to see how they do on the different diets.
Yeah.
But I've already got some in there. I don't particularly. I don't like it.
Body's not.
Let's go another way.
Oh dear.
Hey, Busy's just in. She's been away for the weekend. Hope you had a good time, sweet pea. How's the Sorogoi? Still swimming. I'm going to sedate her tonight when I get back and give her a bit of Tamadine. But all we can do is keep his fingers crossed.
I think that's about it. Look, the big one's out.
Have the big ones out. Jigsy's in as well.
Oh, you tried
Nice.
it?
Yeah, I almost tried in a parcel by the filters in the Munga Tunnel.
That was there. That must be sailing, that one. Get the hose out and clear that one. That looks like a Salem effort.
Yeah, smells like a Salem effort. Oh boy, yeah. Hose is kinked. Mate, honestly, Jigsy just really did absolutely gut me. And it's not just that, the body on her is unreal. And
One-sided,
the videos just don't do the fish any video in the fish unless you see it in the person. Videos never do any real justice, especially bigger fish. But yeah, she has got a body and a half on her and just happened to be one of the fish that I wanted to take to the goddamn show.
Is that ruled her out completely?
Oh yeah, yeah.
It won't fix up in?
No,
it's not enough
not
time, is it?
fucking. Yeah, definitely, Simon.
So has he answered the phone yet?
Yeah, yeah. I take it Carl's answered the phone now, was he, Simon? Yeah, Carl's give us a thumb.
He'll give you a thumb and me the finger.
Don't they call that the bowling ball? Carl, you're lowering the tone again.
What about the bottom of your shoe?
Done that.
Wasn't that a song? I got poo in my shoe.
That's a hole in my shoe.
That was Neil, wasn't it, from the young ones?
Yeah.
And we're about
Who did the original hole in my shoe?
Pass.
Small Faces.
Well,
No,
you would know that because you're old.
Absolute no idea, mate.
not the trivia, music trivia again.
No. It'd be right if it's the 90s. Being a 90s baby that I am.
Yeah, then
I still can't believe that you are fucking younger than me.
Believe on, mate. Most people can't believe I'm only 28.
Simon says, no, that's 2 fingers and a thumb.
Right.
So that's the Ica ones through. Now to get on with the next ones.
No, I just rub some of that. Sorry.
That Benny Kiko's got some body on it, hasn't it?
I need to bag them separately so they're going to
Well, it
the
has,
bag.
Yeah, hasn't it, just? But you want to go through them before you bag them, don't you?
No, that bowl there for the mud pond, because these are going to a different mud pond.
Right.
So I need them separated.
not got a bad tipper going through his head back, you have it.
Shrimp Star Cracks is in. Family fishing, family carp fishing is in. How we doing? Bernard McDonald! How we doing, brother? How's my Doreen? So these are all for the off ski.
Where are they going?
Them one are going for the off ski. These are going to Twisted Towers. That's nice, that little saggy. Little Snow White saggy there, that. Snow White Shusui. And then you've got some Sankia saggies.
Yeah, they are.
They definitely are, didn't they?
Odd is correct.
Well, it seems the odd ones seem to like my growing on tank, whereas the fucking shovels don't.
Well, there's probably a reason for it.
Because
They're half a Sagi or Shusui, they're 10 times stronger. You answered your own question.
No,
If it was a question,
no, there wasn't a question. I was just saying that
the statement.
there were more chance of them growing in my growing on tank than the shower, because they really didn't fucking like it. But then I lost a few of them that were in the Tosai tank as well. And there's a few in the Tosai tank that still don't look 100% happy. They don't look bad, but they don't look 100% happy. And yet everything else in the fucking tank is absolutely sweet, swimming along, doing what they do as if they haven't got a care in the world. And do you know what his response was? When I first told him about it, he looked me square in the eye and he went, "That's go tanky for you." Wasn't it just?
Aren't they? We have to rear the fish on the farms differently. That's how different they are genetically, strength-wise, the rest of it. Yeah. This year we've had no heat, so there's absolutely no point trying to overwinter Sankey, Showa, Kahaku, Shiros in any numbers. You can't control them because you just won't have any left. You know, whereas all this sort of stuff, no bother at all.
Yeah.
They've been down, they've had ice on the ponds, they've been freezing, they've been yeah. But obviously once we got back to our normal 5 systems running heated, then we can do lots of Shiros and Showas and Sankeys. But
Yeah.
guarantee people come and buy them, put them in their pond, and either
they're the ones they have trouble with, or when they go to their first winter. Oh, my fish is starting to go funny, months later. And it's because the first time they've ever seen cold. No koi likes cold.
No.
Dave, could you put them into that bag for me?
These in here.
We'll just have the net in a sec. Same age fish, just been reared differently, not had any heat.
So you got a mixture of Kajaku, Deutsche Amatinischki, Deutsche Metallic with Chiba, Benny Kiko. Even some Hitsuri in there as well.
It's a right old mix, isn't it?
So when you were saying earlier about Hitsuri patterns, so with these Hitsuri, that is pretty much what you're going to get. Is
That's
that what
as
you're
bad,
saying?
Yeah, that's it.
It's just it. That will just
So
improve.
you get, yeah. So this sort of dirtier area that'll thicken up and clean up somewhat.
Yeah,
But yeah, where the sumi sits properly is
where it
is where it is.
Where it is. Why is that in Hitsuri? Because you don't see this. Tend to see the sumi drop off on a Hitsuri when it grows, like a Shiro does.
Just totally different lines. Same as the Kitsuri. Hitsuri are like almost one separate entity.
Yeah.
And then the Shiros, because they've come from the Showa lineage, are different. They're just different fish.
Because am I right in thinking that you had Akabekos and Akamatsubas and that before you had like the likes of Showa and stuff like that? If you look at the koi family tree.
Yeah. So yeah, black spots on an orange fish was a long time before a black fish that developed orange and white markings.
Yeah.
So that's kind of how you got to look at it. It's just, but obviously that original lineage where a fish hatches black and then develops the pigment along that line.
Yeah.
It's different. But yeah, these Kitsuri, King Kitsuri, even the Ginshiros, they all seem very much of one family branch. The
Right.
Shiratsuri just like, although they're the same, they hatch black and they develop a white pattern. They're just like different beasts. They just show us. They just show us without the red in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, different beast entirely. Shame about all this sort of speckliness.
Speckliness on him.
The body and quality, that's quite nice. Right, what am I going to do with these? So we do this quite like that. The Aragoki.
Big apple-sized scales down the side.
Right, so these will go into different mud pond.
Right, you went to grab that Deutsche Amatinischki. What made you stop?
Body shape's no good. There's no point in me putting that to grow on.
Is that just right because it's fat or because it's short body?
It's not just fat. They're not really being fed much. It's got poor. It's got a really short line to it. Too fat. No, that's Kajaku.
One more water in there than that. Is that all right?
No, they're going to go straight into the shot. These ones into one of the empty tanks. Could you got any
more water in that day?
I'm going to need a trolley to get them back in.
Fucking hell of a boy, Dave.
Well, there was a lot of fish in there. All little things.
Hey, Simon, I've always got room for new fish.
Well, I got accused of having some of your picks in my pond already. Did you hear that?
No.
No. None of them's come back. He's been eating all the pies, that one, hasn't he?
Yeah, that's the one Rick was just talking about.
What did he say about it?
Body's fucked.
Short, isn't it?
Yeah. Stubby.
There's a bag full to go down to
Fish, isn't it?
Benny Kiko.
square 2.
Nice, that.
Little
Square
weed coming
3.
out their gills, look.
Yeah.
The one furthest away from square 4. Yeah, it's got 50 fish in there at the minute. So I'm going to take it up to 100. Probably another 25, 30 there.
Is the body off on that Yamazanishki?
Could be the way it's sitting in the bowl there. These will be going down to square 1. These ones, yeah, they're much. No, they're going back up the road to go back to.
That's got a bend in it, Rick.
Matt. I was looking at that one then. I thought I was not wrong with that one. Yeah, that one's definitely
got a bend in it.
Hasn't when it's in a round bowl. Straight into the shop. Yeah, I quite like these. Different.
Yeah.
Because they're bigger, they go to a different mud pond with slightly bigger fish in. Give them a fighting chance.
So Simon's saying, what age and size are these? So these are the same age?
All exactly the same age. They were just grown different stock densities. So yeah, again, that's another one of my pet hates, and it's just we age fish in terms of days, weeks, months, years, and that's absolute nonsense. Their age is to do with the water temperature they've been raised in. So yeah, a fish that's been kept at 30 degrees for a whole year is a different age to a fish that's been kept at 10 degrees for a whole year.
Right.
In terms of its sexual maturity, size, everything about it is aged differently. Although technically, you know, the world's turned the same amount of times. It's completely different sort of scenario.
Yeah.
So yeah, again, if you don't know, ask. And if the person selling to you doesn't know, then they should know where that fish has been and how it's been raised and reared and
yeah.
That's one of the problems we get with the Hitsuri jawline, just being a little bit.
Are you saying that? You know,
across.
that Aragoki Chagwa you didn't want me to take home?
Do I know it? I do know it because I wanted it.
It's got a very slight little mouth curl on it. I only noticed it when it come up feed.
I suppose you want your money back.
No.
I'm lucky because you didn't pay for it.
Hey, I bought some boxes back from your fish today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Recycling.
Someone else, isn't it? Someone else. Wait, get your nose out. Oh, you. All right. Let you off.
No,
Yeah, this is the problem with some of the Deutsch stuff. You get these real sort of short, fat-bodied.
Yeah.
And that, if we put that in the mud pond for another summer,
it's just going to get worse.
First summer, it's just going to come back like a rugby ball. And they've both got the same problem. So these are Aiki ones that are quite prone to it.
So what parents did you use to create that run?
Aoki ones.
Were they both Aoki parents?
Those ones are, yeah. So yeah, you get different. So these are all from the same. It's totally different spawning, but they don't have any facial issues, body issues.
So they going into the shop.
They'll just get spread around, yeah. But yeah, so you got that fish there. Was that big in September, October? So had we put that under heat, we could have had that to 50 cm.
Yeah.
As a Tosai, if you wanted to. It would still grow.
It's like it's got a reverse tancho spot in the centre of his head, doesn't it?
It's just there with you.
Another scoop?
Yes, please, mate. Yeah, these are all from the same. So that's fat, but it's got a long body. It's all right. That'll come out all right. Just big bodied. So these obviously were ones that got away when the fry must have split. So they'd come out of the hatchery, and there'd have been a few that are just that bit bigger, and they've just absolutely
Charged
raced away. So that's the normal shape of the Aoki ones. That's absolutely fine.
Yep.
It's quite pretty. It's a Kikasui cross Ochiba. I still can't make, I've seen that fish, remember it from the feeders. I can't make up my mind. It's so ugly.
Give it.
It's so ugly. I can't keep this.
Give it another.
There's something about it that's a bit odd.
Give it another try.
See, oh, I've got pointy face. It's too narrow.
Yeah.
Again, another one. Too small in the nose area.
Yeah.
Shape's right, but again, not worth. They're just not worth putting the size onto.
Yeah. It's a shame that little one's one-sided, isn't it?
That.
The dogs are looking at you like,
The dogs are looking.
we didn't eat it.
Is there an in there yet?
Right.
You all right?
You know, right?
Right.
That's it. No more.
That's Deutsch Kajaku, isn't it?
No.
No.
There shouldn't be any black in the skin of a Deutsch Kajaku. That's a Kajaku Benikiku cross.
So I was half right then.
Well, not really, because it's what it's showing you is not Deutsch Kajaku. See, a Deutsch Kajaku, the only dark should be in the scales.
In the zipper.
In wherever the scales happen to be. On a normal one, it's all through the scales.
Yeah.
In a Deutsch one, it should only be, so it should look like a Kikasui, then with black scales through the wherever the scales are.
Through the.
Yeah, you don't want to see any dark in the skin, because there shouldn't be any dark in the skin.
That's nice.
A little bit narrow in the head, but be where it goes. Let's just take a
The
peek.
big scale, so that's been hit, hasn't it?
Just been where it's been caught up and been smacked. Right, got a nice big mud pond. Yeah, quite a lot of these have got short shapes and no good. That's pretty Kajaku. Skin quality's nice. Could do the white nose to just make that fish so much better.
Yeah.
Yeah, all the fishermen out there.
Metallic Aragoki Sorokoi. Must be something wrong. There hasn't been a single one for the bowl of doom yet.
You're snipping.
Bowl of Doom's broken. It's been confiscated.
That's why I got the bowl of blue today instead.
That looked quite good actually as a big fish.
Yeah. Here comes the rain.
Yeah, I was going to say, we're going to get dumped on.
Well, we're not. We'll finish these off. Cup of tea. Finish the live. I'm going to do some work.
Yeah. Come on, go live again later.
Got to do some work, man.
Well, we can take the tripod with us. We'll have a tea break. I'll go down and get that.
There's no point filming just doing that down there.
Mate, honestly, they love watching us work. They love the banter. The amount of people that actually put in the comments Wednesday, best live yet.
It's like, yeah, we couldn't see nothing. It's like Darth Vader playing Minecraft.
Lynn did say that.
72 people in, 45 thumbs, and we've had 2 super chats.
Yeah.
I remember that one.
So do I. So one of the same ones that flew away.
Yeah, that is.
Fancy this one, Rick?
That is a beautiful
Yes,
piece.
please, mate.
Full symmetry on the scaling. It is unreal. There you go. That's better than the one I. But say it went home that colour, didn't it?
They'll
Or
darken off.
It went
really
dark
quick.
brown.
Yeah, it will do really
As soon
quick.
as he went in the ground on tank, dark brown. He's missing 2 scales from when he was netted up.
It was you throwing it in and out of the bowl.
Why do I always get the fucking blame?
No, you don't. You always blame poor old Dave.
Yeah.
Oh, don't give me the poor old Dave shit.
I always get the
Poor
do,
old
Dave.
fucking Dave My Harris.
It's really mean.
Oh, it's got nice body on it.
Nice to shake.
Yeah.
Don't like the pecs. Ain't great, but
Oh, fish out. Oh,
you best get them moves. I thought we'd taken some water out of there. I thought some of my homeboys would be on that.
Yeah, Dave. Scoop some water out.
So I'll get them shifted and well, this is the last few to go through.
that's it.
Yeah, that make quite nice when these come back from the mud. There's a load of kahakus to go out with these. We put a load of fish out in that one the other day. I can't remember
Yep.
what we moved.
Simon said, poor old Dave always getting the brunt,
It does
but
get
it was never him. It's always fucking Dave.
Yes, no.
If it's not Dave, it's Carl. No, just say yes, Vince.
what do you call that? A yellow watchuper?
Oh, we're getting
Oh, yeah.
things we've never done.
Aragoki yellow watchuper. That scale, look at that, it's upside down.
Mate.
That is
That's mad, isn't it?
I'll put that one out.
it's just bizarre. It's the wrong.
Yeah, that's got to go out.
That's another one of those Picasui Ochuba crosses. Golden buttons.
Golden buttons. Yeah. We're going to create some fucking names this year, boy.
Yeah, no, I like some of these. It could be nice structure. They grow well as well.
Yeah.
Unique, every one of them.
Calico.
Okay, that's a good one that goes red. God, my stomach's rumbling. Have we not had tea break yet?
No.
Oh no, the rain's coming.
The
Can't
rain's
go out.
coming.
Bank holiday.
Typical weather. Bank holiday.
We'll get wet now.
Yeah.
No, we're basically done.
Yeah.
They can go to the mud pond. They can go into the shop.
They're going to the shop. They're going down to Mungerton Hole.
Yeah. Yeah, that is another Deutsch Jag. Oh, it's got like that.
Oh, look at that tiny little tuba bit right on the top.
Someone can have it out of the shop. Right, get shot them. They're no good. Right, so they're all for the shop.
So they're going to the mud pond. They're going to a customer. Are you going to go back through these?
I will. We'll just get rid of some fish first before we.
Right, well, I'm going to get undercover for a minute then.
Because it's a pool in there. Cool. Difference in temperature in here.
Send me a message this evening, Teresa. There's a fair few fish in that bowl there, boy.
The tank up.
Now, there was... Where you gone? Gotcha, you little shit.
Ba-dum-bum-bum. What is that white thing in there, Vince?
What white thing?
The semi-metallic.
What, that one? What, that one?
What? Come on, what's your rationale? What were you keeping that for?
Because it looked real nice and clean. Clean skin, no scales.
You ever had one of those half metallic horrible heads where it's not metallic and it's not non-metallic?
Now you tell me for being picky.
That is not being picky, mate. That would be lucky to make it into our C grades.
No. That's called getting really bitchy.
That's your lesson for today, mate.
No doubt. I'll learn more by later on anyway. Tell you, I learn something new every day I come here. That new meshing on them Cockney Koi nets is fucking crap.
This isn't got these are Northine.
I thought they were Cockney ones that
No.
Sean got.
The socks, they're all Northine ones, I think. So if you don't have big meshing on them, they just block. You can't move them through the water.
Yeah.
But yeah. Right. Let's get this kettle on. Say goodbye to all our friends. The rainbow wave.
So, guys and girls, Rick wants tea break, so we're going to knock it on the head for a minute. Thank you very much for joining along, as always, guys. And a big thank you to Teresa Shears for my first to ever super chat. Yay!
You've had one before?
Yeah, but that was last year.
Yeah. No,
That was last year.
it's this year.
I wasn't. It was last year.
You sure?
Yep, it was last year. So thank you very much. We will. Yeah, true sugar, Steve. Thank you very much for joining along. As always, guys, don't forget to smash the like button on your way out. I've been Twisted Koi. He's the Rocket Boy.
Rick's gone.
The lesser spotted Ricardo's gone with some fish, and we will see you later on today. See you later, guys.
You're off now.